Tales like hurricanes, through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low T, but we turned it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. The wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low T, but we turned it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. The wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. It's a storm, it's a gale, spinning tales like hurricanes. Through the laughter and the hail, humor makes the heavy rains. Casino money lost in the whirlwind of thought. Tarzan's in the jungle clapping cheeks uncaught. Jesus had low T, but we turned it up high. On allegedly lane, we let the limits fly. And the wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing life through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be. The wind and the wit, hurricane of talking shit, bringing light through every skit. In the eye will always fit. We're laughing in the storm, dancing in the rain. Life's a punchline, or maybe a hurricane. Every chat, every comment fuels our spree. This live wild ride is where we'll always be.
What's good, Hurricane homies? Back for another Tubular Tuesday. It's your boy, Seducculent Jester Johnson, 2 out of left. As always, is the sausage-slinging samurai himself, Shamyo.
Oh, we'll just call me the scrubby samurai this week, bro. I need to get this shit taken care of.
No, sometimes when you're on the long Buddha caves, or whatever the fuck they were called, the journeys of enlightenment, whatever the fuck those samurais had to do, you think they shaved every day? Hell no.
They also didn't grow some shit like a Viking out here, bro. Look at this shit. This shit cool as fuck, cuz.
Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares.
Beard's weird.
Your beard is weird. Eminem said that.
Oh, fucking dude, last week said that to me.
Oh, your beard is weird.
Yeah, your beard is weird. Oh, fuck, dude.
So did we ever figure out last week's issue? With what Pokemon was so offensive?
Oh, I guess she was sleeping, woke up in the middle of a nap, and called me, and yeah, that was the result.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I thought maybe she thought we were calling her a Snorlax or a Horlax.
She do be snoring.
Mm-hmm.
She do be snoring.
Do she be laxing?
Be laxing,
Does
cuz.
she be laxing?
She be laxing.
Because if you're snoring while you're laxing,
You're a Snorlax.
you're a Snorlax. That's
You're a
just what it
Snorlax.
is. And like most of the time, I be Munchlaxing.
Hold up. Now, hear me out now.
Max laxing?
No. Hear me out now. We're not doing maxing right now.
No,
maxing
we're
right
maxing.
now. No maxing right now.
We're lax maxing.
No, we're not.
We're Snorlax maxing.
Oh, listen, man, hear me out though. I got a great one here. If your boy has Down syndrome, is he a slow bro? Could you call him a slow bro as a Pokemon and it not be offensive?
I feel like there's better ones. Like there's ones that like.
You're right. We do max here, but not right now.
You're sub-maxing.
You'd be sub-maxing.
We love sub-maxes.
We love sub-maxing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cheers.
I can do this again. Oh, I cheers myself. I'm fucking stupid. Sub-maxing.
Huzzah.
We're hydration maxing, chat.
Hydration maxing.
That's why we sip the water, then we sip the master.
Yeah. So I learned a pretty cool fact today.
What's that?
Okay. We're fact maxing.
Fact maxing?
Okay.
Okay.
So I was thinking about this whole war thing, right? And I was thinking about worst case scenario.
My chair feels different. Did you do something to it?
I have not touched it.
Did you swap chairs with me?
I did not.
I know that's your chair. Did I have like the chill chair and you got pissed at me and you took the chill chair out?
No, I've done nothing.
This doesn't. I knew you took the chair off me a while ago, but then for a second I felt like I had
Yeah,
it
because
back.
you were lax maxing.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that chair
Not
is built
conducive.
for lax max.
Yeah, but it's not conducive for talk maxing.
I know, dude. We're out here talk maxing. We do it all the
Okay, now let me finish what I was saying.
Sorry, dude. War. I'm sorry,
I'm
but the
thinking
chair
about-
threw me off.
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe the chair's an enemy of the state of Israel.
I'm checking like different. Benjamin Netanyahu! I love that trend.
Okay, so I was thinking about like what are the worst case scenarios, right? And everybody's talking about if Donald Trump puts boots on the ground, like the people that are for the war, like we're gonna obliterate them. Our soldiers are too good.
No, our tech's too good. It's ours.
Okay, hold on,
All right.
getting there. But you don't understand. These are Fox News watching dads. They don't talk tech. They talk boys in war.
Yeah, I've been rolling past the local high school, scoping out the young men.
And
That's
they-
real weird. First off,
Yeah, and they look like fine fighting soldiers. I'll tell you that right now.
yeah, that's even more weird.
Yeah, they look like fine young gentlemen to go over there and play around in the sand and shoot them sand padres. You know what I mean?
Sand.
Those dudes, you know, the dudes and the dunes. You know what I mean?
They're just dude maxing, dude.
Yeah.
Leaving me.
Yeah, you
Let
can Iran, but you also gonna get eye shot. I'll tell you that right
Stop.
now. We're shooting maxing out here. Now,
We're shot maxing.
okay.
Pop, pop.
And then I thought to myself, like, well, this is an interesting stat. If we're so confident in our young men going to war, did you know in the NCAA rifle championships,
I don't like this.
West
already.
Virginia has 20 national titles?
That doesn't surprise me.
The School of Army, you know, the kids who are already in Army, only have one national title, which means it's more dangerous to go near Morgantown, West Virginia as an insurgent than it is for us to troop our boys over
Fact.
and let them post up on the dunes with rifles.
I mean, dude, let's be real here. West Virginians know how to shoot, dog.
Yeah,
If we're going to talk about it, West Virginians know how to
I'm
shoot.
hiding in the bleachers of West Virginia Mountaineer Stadium.
Yeah, WVU.
And I'm putting all the rifle team on all four corners of the stadium. Figure it out, insurgents. What you got? What you got?
I'm handing them straight up the best rifles I can get.
Yeah, dude. Like, if you're a guy from Iran right now and you see American soldiers show up, just be thankful it's not West Virginia.
Oh, dude.
Just be thankful you're on home field. You know what I mean? You're in Sand Stadium You're on
Listen,
home
bro,
turf.
This is how you know. Okay. Honestly, this is why I get the U.S. military banning speakers. All right, because it's going to put a different level of fear in you whenever you hear fucking Chief Keef, or you hear fucking like some Willie Nelson or something playing. You hear some Willie Nelson playing, you're like, oh, those boys are from the sticks. It's a rap.
Bro, they're gonna be up there. They're gonna be playing. They're gonna, but these are like these.
You
Are,
hear Hank Williams Jr. or Senior over the fucking speaker, you know you're fucked.
but West Virginia is currently on a 5-year win streak. They've won 5 years in a row now.
Jeez,
Okay,
it doesn't surprise me.
they're up there listening to fucking Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll, Post Malone, and
Oh yeah, nowadays.
Pipsy a bar song.
Oh yeah.
It's just shooting cans at 4,000 paces.
Nah, bro, I'm being real. Their rolling the war song would probably be what's the one with fucking Hank Williams Jr. Country Boy Can't Survive. That one,
Of course,
100%. That's what they're rolling into, bro. Ain't no way anybody from West Virginia is rolling into anything different.
Some genius rifle student or just a band member is gonna make a remix of "Take Me Home," and we're gonna take you home to the virgins where you belong. You know what I mean? Just fucking have a Taliban "Take Me Home" version. that we-
Martyrdom, it's what you're after.
We'll complete the prophecy to the next chapter. Now,
Muslim Road.
and I'm just thinking, like, there's no way, dude. I'm so glad we live close to West Virginia because should we be invaded?
I'm headed straight to the border.
Yep, I'm signing up for WVU
I
class.
ain't gonna lie, bro. Maybe it's the fact that I'm part West Virginian that I'm such a good shot with a rifle. You think maybe it's something innate with
You
West
see the
Virginia?
blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
bro.
see that damn hillbilly blood right there?
Dude, I can fucking hit give me any rifle, I'm hitting you dead sprint in 100 yards.
What they don't understand is moonshine turns you into dead shot. That's what they don't know.
Motherfucker just take a sip of moonshine and just boom, got him.
Yeah. You ever heard of curve a bullet? I don't know, but I wasn't seeing straight, so it looked curved to me.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I mean, just some fucking teenager with a coonskin cap, dude, for no reason. It's 90 degrees outside.
Honestly, I feel like the runner-ups always like got to be Alabama, Kentucky, or Louisiana. One of those three states are the runner-up each year for the NCAA rifle shit.
I don't know. I didn't look at second place.
But also, let's be real here. I want to take a moment out before we start making more jokes. I just thought about this, and you know, ADHD. I won't remember it. Oh,
Okay.
so you said Army, right?
Yep.
All right. It kind of makes sense because most snipers are going to be either Marines, Navy, maybe.
Well, Navy doesn't even have one championship.
Well, that's really well. They probably already moved on to spec ops. Shit, you know what I mean, bro? At that point, if you're
We hide our best recruits, young man.
and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like they probably do. Let's be real here.
Yeah,
bro.
but also, I bet a bunch of the kids from West Virginia are going to end up in the military.
Oh yeah, yeah. Either they're going to be spotters or they're going to be shooters.
Dude, just fucking some unbelievable shot.
But I'm gonna be real with you. Rifle does not equate to a good shot. I knew somebody that was on a rifle team and they were really good at rifle.
Yeah, there was this girl named Kate Job. She would let the rifle sit on her humongous tits. And I was like, there's no way that doesn't help with the recoil. You know what I mean? You know, you got just gelatin blasters right there catching all that fucking inertia. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but no, she had the most massive with all due respect, Kate.
With all due respect.
With all due respect, Kate, you were very smart. Probably smarter than me, but also huge tits for what reason, yo? Now, they were huge.
It's fucking good, bro.
Okay? But, you know, you're just thinking about this fucking lunatic rifle shot from West Virginia wearing a coonskin cap. Everybody calls him Davey out of pocket. Because he's just like, I can't wait to go to the military, just roll around in the sand and shoot rounds. Bang, bang. That's every recruiter's dream. Just some racist kid from West Virginia who's on the national winning rifle team going, I just want to shoot them. They fucking hate us.
You mean them sand jiggers?
They hate us for our freedom, don't you know? I'll show them a freedom bullet or two.
I heard that Iran is looking for some freedom.
Hey.
They just show the fuck up ready. West Virginia, racist West Virginia, fuck, they ready to sign up.
Hey, you're about to learn the lesson of 2003 when I rock your shit.
That was fire. But they ain't thinking that day.
Hey, cover up all your dead bodies with an Afghan. stand.
As I stand.
As I stand.
It's going to be a quick war, though. I did like whenever the fucking Iran was like, "Oh, we hit one of their biggest ships. You hit one of the fucking little fucking batteries next to it."
Well, the one dude in Iran did make a good point. Now, I'm not Iran maxing, okay?
All right, let's go.
The one dude in Iran did make a good point. He goes, well, we're going to make all these other Middle Eastern countries understand that they used to think that having a U.S. military base made them safe. Now it makes them a target. Maybe it'll make
Well,
them
they did hit a military base.
Okay, maybe it'll make them rethink their relationship with the United States. So basically, Iran's like, we're going to attack everybody that has a U.S. military base, and
It's a good strat.
because we want those people to be like, you know what, maybe we don't need military bases from a foreign country on our shit.
I mean, it's a good strat. I'm gonna be real there. That is a good strat. That limits our capabilities in that area.
Yeah, but what they don't understand is we'll just do it to them too. We'll just go on live TV and
But they
be
don't
like,
understand.
they're going to have nukes soon. Oh, God. They're leaving us no choice.
Do you feel like Donald Trump's just excited to use a nuke?
No, I feel like...
Do you think he wants to?
No.
Like, I feel like, honestly, at his core, I feel like he'd love to be a president and use the nuke.
No, because we don't look too kindly on the guy who did drop the nukes. I don't think it was Eisenhower. It might have been Eisenhower.
Pretty sure it was. No, because Dwight D. Eisenhower he was actually a general in World War II, wasn't he? And then he became president.
Yeah.
So yeah, that doesn't make sense. It was fucking, who the hell was it?
It's not Lyndon B. Johnson, because that guy took over as JFK.
That was way after.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah.
Everybody hates that motherfucker.
I have no problem with Woodrow.
Well, maybe you should.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we got anime, I guess.
If
If it wasn't for Woodrow, you ain't got Attack on Titan. Remember that, Japanese? No, y'all play.
Well, actually,
Draw y'all pictures.
a lot of people think Dragon Ball Z was originally inspired by.
Hey, Goku's Hitler. We went over this.
Well, no, not that. Like, I'm talking about like fucking America. The Saiyans were supposed to be American, and how they want to like fucking rule the world, but not rule the world type shit.
Yeah. But Goku's Hitler. And
So what do you think Iran's thinking about putting fucking old boy's fucking brother in charge now? They're like, well, the second guy died. Let's put this guy in charge.
well, it's not just his brother. It's also the guy who just had his son, his wife, his daughter, his nephew, his brother. Like this guy had his whole family wiped out in one foul swoop, and then they're like, I bet this guy will fucking talk to us in peace negotiations, right? And then nope. And you know what that means? More war.
He'll be dead tomorrow.
Yay!
Drone strike tomorrow inbound.
The crazy Sparky.
Imagine being an Iranian and just sitting there and hearing all the kill streaks being called in. AC 130 above, UAV above.
What do you think about the Iranian tennis team at the Olympics not standing for their national anthem? And then one of the Iranian spokespeople was like, when they get back, we'll teach them a lesson. And then people in Australia were like trying to stop them from being able to get on the plane because we're saving them.
They are! Yeah, realistically they are! They're dead once they get back. That whole team's fucking gone!
And then the Australian government was like, no, we don't want problems with Iran. Put them on the fucking plane!
Australia's like, we don't want no fucking parts of this.
And then America just goes, if that plane lands and you do anything to those girls, you're in big, big trouble. And Iran's like, yeah, no doubt. Fucking bomb another base, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
like you're not currently fucking hitting us as hard as you can.
We let them have their clits because they can hit a ball over a net. Now they're clitless.
We're not hitting them as hard as we could.
No, of course not.
Dude, even that initial strike where they fucking swooped in and fucking hit all those targets at once, that's not the full force and capability of our military at all.
No.
Dude, if we wanted to prove a fucking point, that country could be leveled within a day.
We're prime Mike Tyson. This is a fresh boxer out of high school.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is we're sparring right now, but they're mad.
No, yeah.
They're trying.
I get what's going on, trust me.
Yeah. But the problem
It's
is
just crazy to me that you see
the
people...
world will look at Mike Tyson like a dickhead if he just knocks the dude's head off.
Yeah, exactly. But my problem with this is there's people on social media that are like, oh, Iran's going to win this. Fucking name the amount of wars that the U.S. has won in recent times.
Name the amount of times that we've been in danger of losing. You know what I mean?
Never.
Yeah. we just give up on the war because we're like,
yeah,
fuck it.
All right, they're stalemating. That's the best they can fucking do. We're done.
Like, we're not gonna full invade because like that is the calculation. Is nobody wants to be the guy since World War II that put our army in full effect.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wants that title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
every time it gets to the point where like you're like, okay, well we
that's
can
the thing.
either
Also World War II, our army was nowhere near what it is now. Our
Right.
military is like fucking tenfold what it used to be.
well, and also politics plays a little bit into it because there'll be support for it, and then it becomes a losing argument, and then people of that administration will just not that administration, but that party will just be like, oh, I'm backing off, I'm separating myself from this.
Yeah,
So then when they get in, they're not into it, so then we just stop it, and then all that money just goes away. You know what I mean? And then it's not like we lost the war, it's just we were like, oh,
Like, dude, let's be real here. Like, just to kind of show like how we've kind of progressed at this point. If people have a problem with like the whole drone thing going on with fucking Russia and Ukraine, dude, our drone capabilities, they'd hate us. We could literally take down entire buildings with like 2 or 3 fucking drones. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not talking big motherfuckers. I'm talking little motherfuckers that could fit right here on this table.
Dude, my favorite thing is that the White House came out and was like, this is not a war. It was a tactical,
Yeah,
it was a tactical thing. And then the next day, Donald Trump goes, we want a complete and utter surrender. And I'm like,
That's
you only surrender in war.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't surrender in battle incursions or whatever the fuck you called it.
Dude, listen. And also,
We're just delusion maxing.
no, dude, Trump, I feel like he's swinging his dick around a little bit. He want like, I think realistically, like right now, think of like how pricing and shit is on everything. He said everything was going to get better, yada yada yada. Realistically, pricing's still pretty bad on a lot of things. We can agree on that. Like the economy's not the greatest, right?
Yeah, but the Dow's over 50,000. The Dow is over 50,000, you idiot.
Okay, that's fine. But anyways, the economy as a whole is not doing well, we'll say.
Yeah.
Right? I'm thinking that he's just trying to get like that big win, basically. You know, like he made a lot of promises, and one of them was the Iran thing, and now he's trying to make good on at least one promise. You know what I mean?
I think that
And that's me trying. No, I'm not fucking trying to be on the dude's dick. That's me trying to see some sort of silver lining.
I look at it as if like I had to put my money. If this is a fucking roulette table, right? And I had to put my money on something, I'm putting my money on
Ego.
no, not just that, because that's too much. I think that he has a specific personality that once you learn how to use him, like they had a dude go coach Bibi Netanyahu before he talked to Trump. There's a guy who went and talked to the NCAA presidents before they went and talked to Trump.
Yeah.
There's a certain way you have to talk to this guy. Okay?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I think that during his time off, people learned how to figure him out. Because if you think about it, dude, the people he ran against in 2016, you know what I mean, are all the people speaking for him about this war right now. Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, all the people that we were excited for him to get rid of because we considered them part of the swamp because they were always calling for war. Now they're his biggest talking heads.
Oh, yeah.
I think that people figured out how to talk to him, and he's so insulated in his bubble, especially after he got shot at.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
He tightened that shit up.
So, like, these people know how to talk to him. Like, Tucker Carlson said that I was flying up to talk to Trump about getting out of this war. And I was told by a person very close to him, don't even bother. He's being showed polling that says Americans like his show of strength in Iran at 90%. So they're showing him polls saying that 90% of Americans love his TikTok videos. You know what I mean?
I mean, dude, look at the White House.
Yeah, but do you love what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the whole thing is like,
So Neil said, "Dude's still killing it." Wish we weren't in Iran, but that's about it. I mean, dude, honestly, I can agree with you on the military side. He's killing it there. Like, granted, there's a lot to clean up after fucking.
no, I just think that he's been like people have figured out how to talk to him to get what they want. So it's not that he's doing anything bad or his ego's getting in the way. It's people figured out how to talk to him to make him see the way they see it, kind of.
They
You know what I
figured
mean?
out the meta, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new tech.
Yeah.
And
They figured out the meta, dude.
and he's being fed like certain information that makes people lean a certain way, especially with this Iran-Israel thing.
Yeah.
And like that's just like what I would put my money on. I'm not even saying I believe that.
Yeah,
It's just like, to me, it makes the most sense. Because there's also the thing that Israel killed Charlie Kirk and was like, we could do it to you. Remember how close we were? And ever since Charlie Kirk, he's given Israel everything they've asked for. You know? So you can make that argument. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I'm not an enemy of the state of Israel. Nobody call BB on me. BB on Yahoo! But, like, I just think that, like, it's very strange that all the people he ran against, he called Ted Cruz, wife had a dog face. You know what I mean? He said, Ted, your wife's got a dog face.
Your wife's got a dog face, Ted.
And now that dude's out there being like, I personally talked to Trump and made him realize this is a great decision. And I'm like, wait a minute. The whole excitement for this guy in 2016 was to get rid of your goofy ass.
Dude. Okay, you might be right on that. But no, I definitely agree that he kills it militarily. He definitely lets our military do what they should be doing. I don't think he comes up with the attacks. Obviously, somebody's paid to do that. And he lets that person do what they know best. And that's what you should do with our military.
I mean, it's clearly a fail to not have a plan. At least in Venezuela, he had a plan. The person that was next in line, he had a good relationship with.
I'm sure what happens is, he's commander-in-chief of the military. What he says is, hey, I have this goal. Then that gets passed down to somebody, and that somebody makes up a very good plan to go off of. Then that gets handed off to somebody else, and then they make 17 contingency plans if that plan fails.
No, I think it's different. I think they come to him with the plan, and they go, "This is how it will affect your legacy."
It could be possible. If he has a goal with something, like if he's like, hey, like if in his mind he really was like, hey, this Venezuela thing's about drugs. I'm seeing the fucking boats come across. What can we do? In the meantime, we'll drone strike, but let us come up with a plan.
I think that people are giving him way too much credit on day-to-day decisions of things. Yeah. I think that it's more likely that the deep state is learning how to talk to him.
Oh yeah.
So they come to him and they're like, look, this is how it benefits you. This is how it benefits the United States, and that's all he needs to hear. It benefits the United States. It benefits me. Let's do it. And then he goes, well, what are the details? And then he puts his own little spin on it, or whatever, Well,
how about if I say it's on drugs? Yeah, I can see where. Yeah.
So because they were talking about fucking with Venezuela before he was even president. It's not like he just had the idea, I want to do this to Venezuela. There was other forces already pushing us in that direction. He's just the one that pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I think that he's the one who, all these other presidents come in, these people come to them with ideas, and they're a little too timid, I don't know if this is going to work out for me. And he's the only one with, air quotes, the balls to be like, fuck it, it's going to work out because I'm me. You know what I mean? I believe in our tech. I believe in our military. You know what I mean? Because, that's the one thing he's been 100% consistent on his whole life.
Holy shit, what was that?
I don't know.
You dying?
But he's been consistent his whole life.
Transformer, you're a skinwalker.
Okay, cool. He was been consistent his whole life on that he supports the military and believes in the American military. So, if you come to him with a plan and he thinks the military can pull it off, I don't know what hesitation he would have. You know what I'm saying? So all you have to do is present it to him in a way that makes him feel good about it, and he's going to probably go for it. You know what I mean? Barack Obama fucking hates America. Why would he do military actions that involve anything risky? He's like, no, let's just send more drones, I think.
Let's be real. Yeah, Obama had probably the most fucking confirmed kills out of any president with drones. But yeah, no, they've definitely been talking about the Iran and Venezuela thing for a while. And honestly, I think they're both fucking oil-based, if we're going to talk about it.
It's our thing. We rule the world because of the petrodollar.
Yeah, no.
Imagine if we didn't have petro.
Now, I wish it was still backed by gold, but, we can't audit fucking Fort Knox.
Fort Knox is just some fucking pedophile library, dude.
That's where they got the real Epstein files. Hey, yo, I made a good one today, man. Fucking, I was looking around at the apartment I was in, fucking for problems, alright? I was like, this fucking apartment's kind of like the Epstein files, dude. The longer I look, the worse it fucking gets.
True that, dude. Who uses their email like a diary, though? It seems kind of fake, doesn't it?
Dude, there's so many things about it that I'm like, this is a plant, this is a plant, this is a plant. Let's be real here, bro. Do you like? Is it beyond the realm of possibility that they're just injecting information that is 100% falsified?
They've had it since 2019. They had it for over 6 years before they released it. Of course, they've had many different people involved in it. You know what I mean? All you have to do is take out the super bad stuff, implant enough stuff to make it feel fucking wishy-washy, and then 20 years from now, everybody's going to be like, whoa, what's that Epstein file shit?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like we still talk about Watergate like it wasn't an inside job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Richard Nixon didn't ask people to put the fucking
you know, on his deathbed, he wrote a letter to another person and was like, hey, watch out. They couldn't do me like the Kennedys, so they did me with Watergate. So he basically admitted they killed the Kennedys.
Yeah.
But there was so much
Mills has said they did Nixon dirty. I mean, it is a possibility too, bro.
Yeah. Like
Honestly, from what I know about Watergate, let me be real here.
Okay.
I'm only knowing the mainstream spin because I'm like, I feel like it's like, in my opinion, like my whole thought process and why I haven't delved into it deeper is like, they wouldn't let us know about it if it wasn't like a fucking thing that was like majorly impactful in the deep state type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I kind of blew it off. So like, if there's anything you can tell me beyond the basic information of Watergate that you're taught in fucking school, I'm down.
Yeah, so the thing about Watergate is that nobody really seems to realize, and it's the most basic thing, is Nixon didn't get impeached or charged for the conspiracy. He got charged for covering it up. Okay? So the whole thing is, well, if he didn't create it, who created it? That's the part nobody up. There's never a second follow-up question. They're just like, oh, wow.
Well, he didn't get impeached at all.
No, not impeached, charged, indicted.
No, he never got impeached. Well, impeach is bringing charges against the president. I know that difference. And he was never, there's another word for removed from office. But he was never removed from office because of that either.
Right.
I know those two parts.
Okay. So the whole thing comes down to is Nixon did some things against, like, because he gave the big speech about the military-industrial complex, right? Okay. So he did something.
That wasn't Nixon, was it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Military. There was another one too.
4 presidents have had it said it in their speech.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Okay.
I didn't think Nixon was one of them.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Oh wow. So
And
they
then-
really covered that shit up.
Yeah. And basically, he won the last election.
I understand. I'm not fucking like trying.
He
to
got 49 out of the 50 states.
Yeah.
Biggest win ever.
That's yeah.
Okay. So he had the most popular support of all time. Okay?
Yeah. Nobody's won that kind of fucking shit ever.
And he was trying to do things against what people would call the deep state. And then all of a sudden, Watergate happens, and the rest of his presidential run was bogged down in the bureaucracy of Watergate, where he couldn't do anything. Okay? And then you find out years later, like, because he was on his deathbed and he wrote a letter to, like, somebody close to the Kennedys that was running for office, and he goes, hey, don't say these things, because they couldn't do me like the Kennedys, so they got me with Watergate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the
No, I
deep
get
state
what you're
runs
saying.
deep, you know? And like there's all this shit that's come out afterwards that the people involved in Watergate ended up being the people that became the head of the next administration after Nixon. So basically it's political espionage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the deep state helped these, up and coming candidates set this thing up, ruin Nixon's,
That way they can move.
and then they got their guy elected, and then all of them became the most powerful people in the world, and that includes like Nancy Pelosi and all those old people.
Well, we're on this presidential kick right now. Because I just thought of an interesting question during that whole thing. What presidents do you think were deep state, and what presidents do you think weren't? I'm gonna throw my favorite out there first, Theodore Roosevelt.
Well, let's start with the deep state started after World War II.
You don't think it started before that? There wasn't like an inkling.
The deep state that's in charge now has been in charge since World War II.
Okay. Let's just.
There's powers. There's always powers that be.
Oh yeah.
Even in the Roman kingdom, there's powers that be. You know what I mean?
Let's be realistic, dude. There's probably about like 3 to 5 fucking different powers at the very tippy top. The only reason I say 3 to 5 is because balance. You gotta establish balance. If it was just one, this world wouldn't be able to exist, I feel like. That's why they preach balance in a lot of different things. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunately for the powers that be, our founding fathers created at least a system that's lasted up till recently, that the court of public opinion did matter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So that was a power you had to go against. So you couldn't just come out and be a dictator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did have to appeal to something.
Dude. Okay, let's be real here. I think the founding fathers, to be real, like, if we're going to like talk as if a deep state has, like, I think the deep state has existed for recorded human history.
Well, the Freemasons were the deep state of the founding fathers.
Okay, listen, I think they created that foundation because they knew about the deep state, and they were like, we need to create something that is hard for that to integrate into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the whole point of the checks and balances.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like how you're adding into this. Thank you. But fucking, yeah, like, that's where it kind of fucking plays in, man. I feel like they created a framework to where it's like, okay, we know about this deep state. We know there's these other powers out there that want, like, total enslavement, quote, quote, of the human race. Like,
have you ever read, like, the direct quotes of people from when, like, the closed meetings where they were drafting the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence?
I've seen it.
Bro, I've read a lot of them. And a lot of it is talking about exactly what you just said, that there's always underlying powers that go against the interests of the people, which would be what we call the deep state. And in order to do that, you have to give the people the most amount of power possible to go against that and ward it off.
I've seen one or two that hint at that. Yes, I get what you're saying. But no, I honestly,
The fact that our founding fathers 250 years ago talked more eloquently and smartly than our presidents and Congress people now.
I think now, like, American language has evolved where it's just, like, kind of direct in general.
So does that mean our people are stupid?
Well,
so that's what I'm saying is, like,
you're cutting out a lot of the bullshit, dude, in my opinion. But there's a lot of people that take it to an extreme.
No, sorry, go ahead.
There's a lot of people that take it to an extreme where, like, okay, like, trying to think of how to say this.
Okay, I'll say this real quick. A lot of people's argument would be like, yeah, but back then only property owners got to vote. You know, like, it's not like they were talking to the average person, blah, 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 blah. I get that.
I kind of argue that a little bit because they did include average people within the whole thing of the like the whole, like, drafting and signing of the Declaration.
Yeah, but when it came to the
there was
voting,
literally farmers in there that fucking, like, weren't shit.
but people, when it came to vote, well, they owned property.
Well, they owned property, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were farmers that were poor still.
Right. The thing is that, like, I just think it's insane that we don't hold our politicians to that level. You know what I mean? Like, you would expect your politician to be on a level above the average person, not trying to, you know what I mean?
In a way, I kind of disagree with you because, like, if like me and you, for example, if I seen somebody go up there that, like, talks like how you and I do and, like, has similar ideals, I'd probably sway with them. Like, to where, like, you know, like, not where it's like 100% copy clone of us, but, like, to where it's like, okay, like, I'm like, he makes it evident that he is a person that is average. Like, I just want an average person. Right?
I don't.
I want an average person in the ideals of experiences. I don't want an average person in the ideals of intelligence.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I would like to explain my thought process real quick, though.
Yeah.
The time that this country was the best, to me, in my opinion, was when public service was that. It was a public service. So you were already successful. You already had a legacy. You already had something to lose. But you thought you could add value to the country as a whole to project the country forward.
Yeah.
And then you would do that for a few years and then you would leave.
Yes.
We now have politicians that start being in politics when they're 18 as an assistant to some fucking crackpot bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then somehow 35 years later, they're still walking around the halls of the White House, shaking hands with everybody. None of them know anything about what's going on with regular people. You know what I mean? But that's the thing about a successful business person. They've been amongst the people. They interact with the people. That's how they got a successful business. You know what I mean? So like we've gotten away from the
But you
idea.
can get an average person out of that.
Sure, but I'm talking about career politicians. Like are so stupid it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's I don't like that they spend all of their life in politics. The richest street in this country where the people make the most amount of money per year is in Washington, D.C. That's a travesty. The founding fathers wanted you to make money based on how good you did. If you were a governor, your salary was based on how good your state was doing. You, as a congressperson, you didn't get a salary. You got paid per diem. If Congress had to meet to decide on something, you got paid for that time, and that time only. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Anything I said?
I did. Oh, we got first time back. No, it's not first time back.
I got it. It's easier on here.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, no, I did hear what you said, and it makes sense to me because, by me saying I want an average person, I don't want somebody that's not established. Obviously, I feel like you should have some sort of, something to lose. I agree with you on that.
In my thing, today's thing,
I agree with you. You should have something to lose.
you should have something to lose, and you should want to better this country. Like it should, like,
And by owning a business, a small business, you would see this.
and having a family. How many fucking Democrat
So this is
leaders don't have families?
This is something.
Like, what are you
This is
pushing
something
for?
I'd like to point out with modern politics. Modern politics is pushed where you have to like a lot of people think you have to think one way or another. Okay. Oh yeah.
You read it.
But gets mine here in 1 second. So, modern politics seems to push where people's opinions are like you have to push one way or another, right? Do you
Yeah,
agree on that?
yeah.
All right. So like
That's why being in the middle sucks so bad.
exactly. But it also does push like people's personal opinions to that too, where you have to be one way or another. And like what you're saying and what I'm saying can actually be a good middle ground. All right. Because you can have somebody that has had average experiences, like average everyday human experiences like you and I have, all right?
Yeah.
But be above in intelligence and shit like that, and they have established themselves to the point where they can achieve what you have like set as a goal for somebody to enter into politics, right?
Yep.
So like, there's middle ground, but like, the major thing with politics, they don't want you to see that middle ground. In my opinion. They don't want that middle ground to be a thing. They want it to be like this side or this side because that's how you keep that shit in the bottom. Off topic, but either way, me and you have middle ground on this, 100%. Because I think you can have somebody, like I said, that has average experiences, which is what I want for a president. You know what I mean? I don't think Donald Trump has an average experience like you and I do.
No,
That's where the disconnect is. You know what I mean? Like
Barack
Joe
Obama
Biden,
didn't.
None of these motherfuckers in office recently have had an average experience like you and I do.
Right, and that's what I'm saying is like Barack Obama's family grew up like well off. He went to Harvard. He went immediately into politics after Harvard.
That's why I like.
You know what I mean?
Dude, that's why I fuck with Teddy Roosevelt, man. I could say at that time he probably had what was an average experience for people of that age. Granted, he might have been a little bit more richer than others. It is what it is. But like,
And also, I think there's something to say about like being a person who worked in the military and saw the horrors of what happens.
yeah,
yeah. Like you're more hesitant to make those decisions and more thoughtful.
you're not.
When you're a guy who spent his childhood eating off of silver platters, and then your dad gives you $30 million,
on
and then
that
you go
fucking city right now
and
Yeah.
build towers and stuff, and then you're like, well, fucking any empty plot of land is a good plot of land. Like, yeah, you probably bomb some shit.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like,
I'm
not
just
even-
saving them demolition costs.
See, the
Yeah.
biggest difference is I'm critical of Donald Trump, but I don't think he's Hitler. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's Hitler. I don't think he's inherently evil.
I'm critical of every president that we've had since Bush, and now actually kind of looking at back at Bush after comparing all the other presidents. I'm like, man, we kind of had it fucking good, didn't we?
No, he was controlled as fuck by the deep state.
No shit, but even then it was better than this.
Bill Clinton clearly under control by
Oh,
Epstein. So who was before Bill Clinton? Oh, George Bush Sr.
No, definitely
Weird.
not. Deep State, dude.
The former leader of the CIA. Weird.
With with Nazi ties.
who also just happened to be the liaison between the CIA and the political branch
Whoa, whoa,
after
whoa.
JFK got killed.
Let's also
Weird.
let's also break it down further. His grandfather was directly affiliated with the Nazi Party in Germany.
But did you hear what I just said?
Did you not hear what I said?
No, I heard.
George H.W. Bush's grandfather was directly affiliated with people in the fucking...
NASA has a statue of Werner von Braun. He was a fucking Nazi, dude. Well, I think we're pretty much over it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's crazy? Germany lost the war, not the Nazis. Figure it out. Okay?
Dude,
the Nazis migrated.
Oh, dude, you're not even wrong, bro. And a lot of people think they migrated here to the United States into the government, bro.
They did.
It's so crazy.
So
That's why they're... Dude, they hid so many scientists and politicians outside of the Nuremberg trials. The ones that they sent to the Nuremberg trials were the only ones that wouldn't accept a fucking deal with the United States.
facts. Now, now that we've got that out the way, George Bush
World War
Sr.
II was a wash. Hitler's still alive in fucking Argentina.
Oh,
I'm joking
not
on that.
anymore.
I'm joking on that.
But until the 90s.
He might. Honestly, I'm not gonna argue it.
I've seen enough evidence to convince me.
Really?
I have.
Like what?
I'll bring it to next episode.
No, I
You
need.
know, there's
I,
pictures and stuff I have to
I
show you.
need some words right now. You can't just leave me, bro. I will
Okay.
be thinking about this for the next week, and then I'll come back with the evidence already in my hand, and I'll be like, well, this is how this works.
Okay, the official story claims there's only one exit out of that bunker. It's an actual fact that there's another exit out of that bunker. That exit goes underground, under the streets where all the bombing was, to a port. That port was Nazi controlled.
Modern day Nazis are winning the meme wars. The media told me so. But they make fire memes, dude. They can be racist as shit, but their memes are on point.
Yeah, if you're not actually a Nazi or scared of them, you know, they're
Maybe,
hilarious.
maybe it's because they don't give a fuck, and that's why their memes are fucking hilarious.
No, it's just because it's their time to rise. The Fourth Reich is coming. Now,
Fourth Reich's America, dude.
ain't that right? Now, so there's another exit out of that bunker that went under all the streets of where the invasion was, all the way to the sea, where there was a German-controlled seaport, and then that seaport had a boat that went to a seaport in Spain, who had a ship that transported a bunch of people to Argentina. Okay? Now, there's a book in Argentina where everybody signed in under their new names. Okay? And they found files not too long, in the 80s or whatever, that gave the names of people like Heinrich Himmler and his new identity. And that identity showed up that day. Okay? So, things of that nature. Now, there's also a eyewitness who's like 85 who claims that 20 years after World War II, there was a house not too far from them in a German-speaking village, which made no sense because they're in Argentina.
Which is, I think they speak Dutch.
Or Portuguese.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the two.
Yep. So he goes, that was odd. And I met a guy who looked exactly like Hitler, and I have a picture.
Did you know the Dutch ate their fucking prime minister at one point?
Hell yeah. I mean, you asked me for this evidence, now you're not listening.
Sorry, no, I just thought about it whenever I said Dutch. I am listening. It just popped in my head.
Then,
That's the amazing thing about ADHD. I can do multiple things at once.
then there's a secret up the river from this German village where Heinrich Himmler, what's the other guy? Fucking Mengele,
Joseph
Mengele,
Joseph, okay.
he was there.
Oh.
Okay? They restarted their lives in this village. Okay? But up the river, at a very, very luxurious house that just happened to have three Nazi-style built guard towers on each bend of the river, that to this day, a secret benefactor is paying for security for nobody to be there. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. I can show you there's more. There's more, but I've seen enough to think that it's more than plausible.
What do you think's harder to sneak into that place in Bohemian Grove?
Well, Alex Jones did it. I don't think Alex Jones is going into the
Oh, there's been multiple people that
Argentinian
have,
jungle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To
there's been actually
fucking
multiple
go to
people
this
that have.
super secret house.
Dude, I've been getting into that guy who fucking exposed the whole fucking scheme with fucking
Nick
Smalley.
Shirley?
No, Smalley's in fucking.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Nick Shirley.
No, it's not Nick Shirley. It's another dude. Tyler Oliveira.
The Smalley daycare thing?
Yeah.
It's Nick Shirley.
100% I seen one. Well, probably Bob. Either way, fucking, I've been watching his shit, and he's stuck into Bohemian Grove. But, like, it's not even that fucking, like, really, like, threw me off. Israel's dude.
Because Israel wasn't founded as a state until after World War II, so by that time he was already there and hiding.
Yeah.
Like
It's hard
they
it's hard
they
to find.
didn't gain their power.
If you're off grid, the fuck.
They really didn't gain their power. Like everybody thinks that Israel's been controlling everything for a long time. No, they just wanted to be in the circles of control ever since World War II, and they just happened to have their like. See, America still has this fault where the politicians have their own interests. Israel's interests have always been Israel's interests since they've been created. And 79, when they became officially like the state that it is now, and they had, you know, a stranglehold on Hollywood, and they were able to, because like,
How did the pre-Israel Hebrews let him get away with it? Because they were getting out of fucking concentration camps.
because they just got kicked out of France.
109 countries before Hitler did it. That's all I'm going to say.
But what's funny is if you talk to Jim's starting to get on the train of Hitler might not have been that bad.
Dude,
Hold on.
Listen, no.
Hold on. Here's what he
Listen,
said.
no, before you even start, I've kind of been on that, been thinking that myself, because like I'm seeing what's going on, and it's like, and you also think about the Jewish prophecy, all that shit, bro. Hitler might have been on some shit, and he might have been right, and that's why the whole world turned against him, because the deep state.
Okay.
Simply put, bro,
Okay.
without any of Jim's evidence, go ahead.
Jim said that Hitler in nothing really up until the war started had ever really talked bad about the Jews. And then when he started getting pro-nationalist, he started receiving more information that the Jews were a problem for him. Okay? So then when he started talking out about the Jews, that's when the rest of the world, including England,
Woke up.
decided that they needed to do something. So it was him speaking out about the Jews that got the rest of the world to fight him, so to speak,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of modern media makes me understand the book burning, at least.
Book burning.
Well, that's one of the things that they cited as why Hitler was such a bad guy, is he would burn any books that didn't go, like, follow his train of thought.
Makes sense. Mein Kampf is the only book you can have.
I don't know, man. I've never looked at Hitler as, like, World War II was evil.
Okay, let's
Hold on, listen.
let's talk about this. The Jews and the killing of them was wrong. Alright? But the mindset of them being the fucking problem might be right, cuz.
Well, Jim claims that he he didn't invade Poland. He attacked Poland after they attacked him, but nobody talks about that.
And that's insane of Poland to attack them, because Poland didn't have any tanks or anything fucking steel-wise. They were fighting their tanks on horseback.
Well, Jim claims that Europe and Churchill basically told Poland, "Go ahead and do this. We have your back." Which I don't know if you remember. That's what happened. The
Yeah.
moment they started fighting with Poland,
Everybody had
England
their
and
back.
Churchill, like everybody claims Churchill's the hero of World War II because he stopped Hitler before he got too far. And it's like he invaded one country supposedly.
Dude, let's be real. America came in and kicked ass. Alright? They said Eastern Front and Western Front, fuck y'all. The Pacific, dude. Actually, a lot of people don't talk about the Pacific Islands and shit enough during the World Wars. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's focused on the whole conspiracy with the fucking, like, the Hitler thing. What was going on with the fucking islands there, Phil?
No, I want to say this statement because I think it's
Okay.
important. I think World War II was evil.
Yes, overall.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think you can put all that evil
On one person?
on one person.
I agree with that.
That's just how I feel about it. And I'm not saying Hitler's a good guy and he was justified. I'm not fucking saying that. I'm saying that the idea that
never
I'm
saying he's
supposed to
justified.
be convinced that everything that happened is on the shoulders of one human is insane.
I mean, Japanese made the decision for Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean?
That was not an act of war.
What did fucking...
That was a tactical. It was
I didn't
a
even go there.
tactical.
I was literally thinking, what did Trump say? And my man's like, here we go.
It was a tactical,
Midget.
offensive, premeditated, preventative strike. Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
This is gross.
Now, is it our bad that we took it as an act of war? Maybe. Maybe we should not have taken it as act of war. We should have been like, oh shucks.
But let's be real here. That's the first time fucking the world realized, don't touch our fucking boats.
Yeah, I don't think that's the first time they realized. I'm pretty sure everybody realized that in World War One.
We did kind of slay there too.
Yeah, I mean, we did some cool stuff, and we didn't even have to be in the trenches.
I mean, no, let's talk about that. Like, fucking... Dude, I came in here with the idea of wanting to talk about cars and shit for the first time ever. But here we are talking about history and fucking wars and presidents and shit. I like this.
Okay,
We talk about cars next week, though?
We can talk about the presidents of car companies even.
You like cars?
I enjoy a good car conversation. I don't get into the nitty gritty of fucking, it's a 4-cylinder V8 aluminium block new
Like,
turbo engine
if
jet
I-
fueled.
If I was to sit here and say, like, fucking Ferrari F50 versus, like, a McLaren F1, which one do you think is going to win? Could you come to a definitive decision on that?
Well, if I'm allowed to ask questions.
Kind of question.
What's the 0 to 60? And what kind of tires do they use? And, are you ready for this?
Tires are a big change.
Are they front or back wheel or all wheel drive?
Well, a McLaren F1 LM is fucking center wheel, fucking, I believe it's all-wheel drive.
Well, I tend to lean towards McLarens
Now,
because of Top
hold up.
Gear.
Let me ask you.
I
this.
watched enough Top Gear to know McLarens.
Let me ask you this.
Gucci.
Okay, this is where I'm going to rate your.
I'm declaring McLaren.
I'm rating your vehicle knowledge right here.
Okay.
In a straight out race, all right, what usually does better? All-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive? And this is a race on pavement, nothing else.
My brain wants to say 4-wheel drive, but I feel like it's rear-wheel drive.
Both are wrong. So this is where I think I'm autistic again, because I've actually looked into this
Okay,
shit.
well, we're not going to debate that again, so just continue.
So I like how you're moving fast. Anyways, fucking so the difference between all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is like all wheels are independent in fucking
That's
all-wheel
what
drive.
I meant.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Don't play with me, cuz. Anyways,
No, because 4-wheel drive's stupid.
No, time out. Here, we'll work on that. All-wheel drive basically is depending on what year you're running. Like the newer models, more or less, like each wheel does everything independently. Like you can see it on your vehicle. Like whenever
One
we're
second. What car would make the best president? Or does JFK killed him?
Ford.
Because that car embodies JFK.
Actually, you know that is a Lincoln Continental 67.
No, it was a joke about his body.
Well, Lincoln does make cars, but there's no Continentals anymore. So yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, there's a joke about him being killed in there, and then it's the body of a car, and it embodied.
I get you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I got it. I was just stating what car it was because we're on cars. But all-wheel drive,
Tesla.
see, and this is where electric cars are crazy because, like,
Why do they get so fast?
here we go. All right, so in a gas-powered car, you have one engine centrally located, right?
Mhm.
And it goes down to the transmission and converts it over to fucking torque for the wheels to turn. Da da da. All right. Now, in a fucking electric car, most of them, depending on the model, they'll have 4 motors. All right, one mounted independently on each wheel. All right.
I learned this on Top Gear.
What?
I learned this on Top Gear.
Yeah. But we're explaining for the fucking chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Like,
you're looking at me.
but I'm talking because me and you. All right, here, chat. I'll look at the fucking
Yeah,
camera.
explain it to them.
So, like, whenever you have a fucking electric car, and actually, this is where it's better than all-wheel drive too. All right, because the motor itself, depending on how you have it calculated, it could actually put out more torque in order to fucking correct on your turns. So, like, say if you have a gas-powered car, all right, and it's all-wheel drive, all right, they have sensors too, but it might not be as accurate as that sensor is for the one that has a motor independently mounted. So it's going to be like on the all-wheel drive, you're going to be able to have a little bit different corner. Like on Josh's car, he has a Hyundai
Kona N-Line.
Kona Inline, and I noticed like I'm weird about that. Like I seen on his dash, he fucking pulled up a fucking torque the one time while he was turning, and I noticed like it actually shifted power from the fucking back. He was turning right or left. And the front left wheel fucking dropped power, and the other wheels picked up power. And the wheel that picked up the most power was the back right wheel. So, in an all-wheel drive car, it's going to shift that power depending on how you're turning or different fucking traction setting.
And I just figured out that snow mode turns that off.
Yeah, oh, dude, newer cars are crazy.
So when you turn on snow
Don't get
mode,
me wrong. Your newer cars with gas are crazy, and they have similar capabilities to electric.
well, I
Whenever
was
it comes to control.
high as shit one night after the snowstorm, and I was like, I wonder what the fucking snow mode does. Why does it drive better in the snow? So I looked it up, and basically it turns that off, so it doesn't put extra power on one wheel that's going to end up spinning out.
Honestly, the thing I like about your car the most is the almost self-driving while we're on the fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, you just got to keep one hand on the wheel, and that bitch is like, we here, cuz.
Yeah, it's long, and that's what's crazy, bruh.
It knows when your hands are on the wheel or not.
Yeah, it has sensors in all of the steering
No,
wheel.
and I know how it does that. So it's a pressure sensor on the steering wheel, all right? So what the steering wheel does, if it's going straight, even it holds it straight, all right, on your steering column. But it'll put pressure one way or the other on the steering wheel. And if your hand doesn't hold it straight to match that, it fucking says, hey, put your hands back on the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
It's also a weight thing, because if you have your hands on it, there's
Well, yeah,
weight on the
there's multiple
column.
different ways they could accomplish this.
Those cars are made for 4 years.
4-year-olds, the Kias, they're
Self-driving cars.
dude. I hate the fucking Teslas. Can I be real here?
First of all, I don't ever use it. I just thought it was cool. I had the car for a year before I knew it had it. We on the trip to Florida.
The only time I will argue with your motherfucking car is that time where it's like, make a U-turn and go on the highway.
That's the Google GPS. It's not my car.
I blame your car though.
Well, I mean, in Korea they don't have U-turns.
Bro, I think the car was just like, this motherfucker likes U-turns. Watch this. Bro, at that point...
Are you talking about my car specifically or self-driving cars?
That's actually a good question. What's up, Clay? How you doing, dog? I'm saying what car would be best president.
Oh, even better. So like the
Ford
little
F-150.
tyke, the little tykes.
Nah, Ford F-150. It seems...
No. The grave digger battery-powered thing that kid was using at the fair.
Hey, yo. That kid's a fucking animal, dog. No, but
His
okay,
mom was
actually,
hot.
let's be real here.
Yo, hold on, time out. Public
Ford
service
Ranger.
announcement. Local moms. If
Ford
you had
Ranger for president.
local moms, if you had a son who was using a grave digger, little like electric vehicle in the Derby at the West Alexander Fair in 2025,
And Washington County, because I
and
noticed
just
that too.
know, you bad as hell.
Bad.
I'll give you a sub.
Batty. Join the
Yeah.
Straight up batty. Certified.
Yeah. And we know you put out. You got a kid. That's what's up.
At least once.
That's what's up.
Anyways,
That's what's up.
I never got back to the car shit. So the reason fucking electric fucking does better is because it's basically a motor independent.
Uh-huh.
So it can control the fucking power differently. Like on an all-wheel drive car, like it fucking has to kind of gauge what it's going to do with the fucking torque. It has to do math, and it's a little bit inaccurate versus what an electric car can do with an independent motor.
All right, fuck the guts. Fuck the guts of the car. What's the best design? Practical or unpractical? Give me your Mount Rushmore of car
You're
design.
just talking about looks wise.
Looks wise only.
Oh my god.
Not performance, not engine, just looks.
Looks wise.
Top
okay.
4. Okay, I got my number 4.
This is gonna be so crazy.
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
All right, bet.
Hell yeah.
Bet.
Hell yeah.
Lock that in.
I'm locking in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
All right, so I actually got 2 of mine already.
Okay.
So my George Washington, 100% going to be the McLaren F1 LM. I love that fucking car.
Okay.
Rip me up.
Chat, I'll let you guys decide. If you want me to pull up the cars that we choose, I will.
McLaren F1 LM for the fucking George Washington. Now for my Thomas Jefferson, that's going to be the Nissan Skyline, the old school one. Like the 1993 fucking 94 edition. The boxy motherfucker. You know what I mean?
All right, write them down. So I'm going to try to use AI to make a Mount Rushmore with those cars on it. McLaren. What is it? 7205S?
No, F1 LM.
F1. Damn. Images.
Tell me that bitch ain't sexy.
All right. Keep writing. Obama would be an Inoson? The fuck is an Inoson? Alright, let's type it in.
Who's the only 2 I'm talking about right now? Abraham Lincoln and
And,
is it my boy Teddy?
yeah, Roosevelt.
Hell yeah! Teddy on the Rushmore! Alright, anyways.
Ooh. Made in Nigeria. Hilarious.
So the one that freed the slaves, who the fuck's that gonna be, dog? I don't think about the car.
The one that freed the slaves? Clearly the G-Wagon.
No. I'm trying to think of the one that changed the game, cuz.
Alright, I'm going Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, Dukes of Hazzard Dodge Charger. I'm going Vin Diesel, whatever the fuck that thing was. Teddy gets to be the Volkswagen Beetle because the headlights remind him of glasses.
That's the one. I couldn't remember how to spell it.
Let's see, what other car? In the Mystery Machine.
Hey, I spelled that right.
Huzzah.
No, I didn't. I spelled that wrong. Whatever.
Well, here, hit screen 1. Hit screen 1.
Tell me that ain't a sexy car.
This is the McLaren.
That's F1 LM. So that one's a center drive, and there's only 5 of them made. 2 of them have been crashed. Well, no, 1 of them have been crashed, so there's 4 remaining. I think one of the owners is Bill Gates.
Nissan Skyline.
GTR. That's it right there. The fucking nice blue one. That's perfect.
This one?
Yep, that blue one's perfect.
You got it from this game, didn't you?
No, I've always loved that car.
Wait, isn't this the one from Fast and Furious?
Yes, that's the one he had. But I've always loved that car. I don't know why. Oh. $1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
This thing right here?
That's gas. I do honestly, dude. I do love me some muscle cars, but I don't know, something about the sleep. So look up the Koenigsegg Jetsko. Koen
L-E-N.
IG. J-E-S-K-O. There you go.
Which one? Which one do you like?
All of them. They're all fucking dope. Tell me that car ain't slick, cuz.
Yeah. I see your type, dog.
So, and then, hold up. 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse. I don't know why I love this fucking.
One of them
That's
gotta
my
be the
vehicle.
black Chevy with the 3 on it for Dale Earnhardt. Get her done. Am I right, man?
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, the first car I ever drove.
All right, you don't know about. He said you don't know about the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
1993 Dale Earnhardt edition Monte Carlo. First car I ever drove. Love that fucking thing. Beautiful fucking car. Fast as fuck, boy.
Hell yeah. What you know about the Big Ween?
Big ween, cuz. Should I do the pre-roll, cuz? What's up?
Yeah, I'm down. Yay. And then, what did I say? The Dukes of Hazzard car?
The Hurricane Thoughts where we just get lit, cuz.
Yeah.
That's a Dodge Charger 67 RT.
Hey, look at this motherfucker. This thing nice. Whoops. And then, my favorite truck of all time.
Dodge Viper truck. That's crazy, actually. I've drove a regular Dodge Viper. That's insane. I can't believe they made that. A rear-wheel drive truck is insane.
I've always wanted one of these, bro.
Hey, can I be real with you? Like, my everyday driver, Cobalt SS. I would love one of them motherfuckers.
Let's see.
Homie, I think they overpacked one and then fucking lightly packed another. Did you notice how the last one was hard to hit? This motherfucker ain't like a freight train.
Didn't Oscar? Yeah, they tried to change it to the Frankmobile, and everybody was like, "Fuck this fucking thing."
You know what actually pisses me off the most? Hear me out now. So Chevy
Oh, look at this thing. This thing's sick.
Chevy originally had the Cavalier, right? And you still see the motherfuckers on the road today, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was replaced by the Cobalt, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Cobalt was replaced by the Cruise. The Cruise is the worst fucking thing Chevy has ever put out in their fucking life. The Cavalier and the Cobalt, fire. Granted, there were a couple problems with the Cobalt. Cavalier, though, solid overall. The Vipers are crazy.
Vipers are sick. But
Saleen S7.
hold on.
S-A-L-E-N. Oh, Aston Martin makes some good vehicles, dude. I bricked up about them. DB9.
Oh, I'm looking for the one that I like.
Look up, fuck, what's the other thing? That's the DB9, the DB5. Yeah, that's fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the old school shit's be fire. A lot of old school shit on you that I like. Hey, Buick 57 Special. That's one of my favorite old ones.
Okay.
Tell me that shit don't look almost like a Bel Air, but different.
I like it. Okay, now hold on.
Hemi Cuda. Hey, dude. I would argue with you, Neil. Josh. Plymouth Roadrunner. That's the one I would say is better than the Barracuda, Neil. The Plymouth Roadrunner with the fucking drag package. Oh. Something else, dog. I do like a Studebaker.
Oh,
Drag,
this is nice.
type drag package. Should have the big ass fucking drag wheels on the back. Like that. Something like that. But that's an actual drag car. Fucking dude. they had a different package available for the fucking Plymouth Heavy Roadrunner where it had fatter, wider tires, and it had that wing in the back. I do love that fucking car. That.
Well, this is my dad's favorite car.
Low key. What is it?
The 69.
Oh, the Novas? Your dad's a G for that, bro.
This is my dad's favorite car right here. The Chevy Nova SS 69.
So this is one of my low key favorite cars. Saline Mustang. Type that bitch in, bro. That bitch looks so clean, cuz. Look at all that what?
Ass. What am I typing in?
Saline Mustang. No, Saleen. There you go. That first silver one's actually one. There's actually one here in Washington, bro. I want to show you that shit one day, dog. That bitch hard, cuz. It just looks like a GTR, but it has a different body kit.
Alright, pull it down.
This is honestly where I think Tesla's fucking up, bro.
He's trying too hard to be different.
No, I think he's not making fucking cars. Like, he needs to make an exotic looking car, bro. Like, that McLaren I showed you. If he fucking made something like that, gas, bro. He'd fucking sell out.
If I could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. Fuck, one superpower. First up, shots up.
Oh.
Shots up.
Alright, well, this is my last shot for a while because I'm fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't eat today.
You hungry? I'll order food, dude.
I'm fucked up.
That's not the question I asked.
It was shot. Cheers! Okay, if I could have one superpower, what would it be? I would go with instant teleportation, Jared said. Nah, I'm cool with that.
Nah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would choose the Green Lantern's power. Be able to basically conjure anything I think of and use it. You know what I mean?
My superpower would be the ability to print legit money.
I could make the Green Lantern could use his ring to make a money printer.
I don't care. That's just my one superpower. Because if I had some money, cuz, we'd be in there.
What Jared's about to say, I would instant teleport into a bank and then leave.
This is Jared's game.
Like they don't know the serial numbers of stolen money.
Yeah.
Sick fuck.
They keep that inventory, cuz. If you just printing it, it's new money.
Shapeshifting?
That would be pretty fire.
Bro, being a shapeshifter at a furry convention would be the sickest thing of all time. Everybody would just compliment all of your fucking suits like you're not a shapeshifter, like you just really, really hard on your suit.
Wow, that's crazy. How'd you get that? How do you get the mouth to move?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
You can wag your tail? Is it a butt plug? I don't give a fuck about beating you in a fight. I give a fuck about printing money, cuz.
Jared, it's not a fight if all you have to
I'll
do
pay
is...
somebody to beat you up.
Jared, it's not a fight if all you have to do is run. You know what I mean? It's not a fight, you're running.
Man's working on For the King tax, chat.
Yeah.
Free.
It's not like you can attack me either. I'll just fucking cover myself in a fucking shield and fucking... You know what I mean? Well, you're not going to be able to attack me either, bro.
Jared, shut up. You won't get this work in Yu-Gi-Oh! Tonight.
No, but tell me, what would you do with your shapeshifting abilities, good sir, Clay?
Shapeshifting would be fire.
Reality warping? Like that bitch from the Avengers?
I'd want ultra hindsight.
What? So you just want to be a female? Think you know what happened?
I'm glad you did. Honestly, that was a better joke than South Park did. Captain Hindsight was a fucking thing in South Park.
Oh.
My man would show up to news interviews after shit happened and be like, well, if this didn't happen, then this wouldn't happen.
Well, it seems like females have an unbelievable ability to remember something that happened and make a whole story out of nothing. So that's hindsight magical powers to me.
I'm mute. It doesn't mute no more, chat. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
please just don't mess with it, bro. It's already not working right. But that is pissing me off. What do you mean?
It doesn't mute, chat.
Okay, well, fuck me.
It's not muted though.
Never do that again.
Sorry, chat. You did it to me before, chat.
Stuff way crazy.
It kind of was crazy.
I could get into any club for free just by transforming myself into a bad bitch, and I could slay any slur by being able to transform into any race.
That is like the whitest answer I've ever heard, but I like that.
You know what's crazy? I could say any slur I want, and I don't have to shapeshift. Name a slur in the chat, and I'll say it.
Chigo.
Chingy was a cool guy in the 90s, bro. Chingy was...
I said Chiga.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is Chingy was cool, man. And... yeah, but Jared, also, you're not teleporting inside of me because I'll be shielded, you dumb fuck!
And I already have the hindsight to see that that's coming. Captain Hindsight, dude.
Surprisingly enough, I am not white. I just get all white vibes. Well, to me, you're just words on a screen, so I have no idea what you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just being an asshole, dude.
But I do know that Sam's going to ruin your event in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Tag team champions, me and Clay, dude. I'm hopping in that bitch, and I'm going to get my fucking wrestling career started, dog. I'll be the fucking victorious Viking.
Yeah. That'll work.
Yeah.
Is this not the guy? Is this not the guy?
Bet, enjoy NXT. I like it.
Is this not the wrestler from Canada?
I think we're tripping, dog.
Are you? Well, his name's Clay too. That's an interesting coinkydink.
You subscribe. Yeah, that's the dude you gave a subscription to last week, cuz. That has to be that man. Are you fucking with me, cuz?
I'm the one who likes Pokemon.
We all like Pokemon here, dude.
I mean, Pokemon Huzzah. You want a Pokemon Max real quick?
We're not doing this. We do this all the time. Pass. I can only talk about Pokemon so much, man.
You're just worried about getting yelled at.
I always be out of a variety of things. Look at my chat logs.
No, it's all good.
We're not going to do that, dog.
Dude, it's all good. There's just another person named Clay who's a semi-professional wrestler from Canada.
And I'm planning on ruining this match in Philadelphia.
We were semi-invited until you opened your big mouth.
We're going. Still. The invitation never was revoked.
True. I just all I have to do is get a new phone by then so we can live stream it. That's all I need.
Me just running down in the ring to get body slammed.
No, I don't think we should do that. But
Oh.
it'd be fun.
Oh.
I'd love to try to sneak around and get into contact with people.
It's a local event. How much security can there be, dog?
I mean, how big could their security be? You know what I mean?
I'll square up with them, cuz. I think I can take a black bear.
Your whole personality needs revoked, Sam. That's what she said, but she came back.
Yeah. My don't give a fuck attitude needs revoked. Heard.
Yeah.
I love it. Makes me not give a fuck more.
It's almost like
A self-feeding problem. Is it narcissism? Yes.
it's almost like being fat still eating food.
Yeah, why are you doing that, by the way?
Shit, dog. You know what it is.
Taste fire,
Taste
cuz.
bud. I'm
Taste buds be
maxing.
taste buzzing, cuz.
I'm taste bud maxing, dog.
Hell yeah. I don't get it. I'm toxic as fuck, cuz. Let's be real here.
All right. This is one that we didn't talk about with Clay. Pokemon wise,
Which one?
if you were a Pokemon, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, what Pokemon you being, dog? What and Jared, what you wasn't even here talking last time. You fucking goofball.
Yeah, stupid bitch.
Yeah. No. Okay. I said goofball. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sorry, dude. You just took over, man.
You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be like that.
I didn't mean to, stupid bitch. That's directed towards you.
He said a bad N-word. Narcissism. Huzzah!
N-word is banned. Just so we're clear.
I'll say it.
Ah, don't say N-word, chat.
I'll say it.
It's only 500. That guy's gay.
Only the Dow was higher. Dio would be a Wobbuffet? Dio would be a Wobbuffet, dude. Just wait till people attack him and then counter.
Mirror coat.
Dude, is there a viable competitive strat to Wobbuffet?
Yes.
Like, legitimately, or like just like only
Yes.
anime?
I feel confident this answer, yes. Jared says yes. I feel confident in this answer now. For
So
sure.
Wobbuffet's way better than Ditto.
Maybe.
Competitively. It's an Uber? Where's it getting a ride to? Okay, so Ditto's better than Wobbuffet.
Shadow tag.
But you didn't tell me what Pokemon you would be. You can't go to dinner yet, you fuck.
Yeah, no, I say see you, dude. You're a good guy. Do your thing, cuz. Peace out, Clay. Enjoy the dinner.
No, but also enjoy your dinner, but I guess that means you're a fucking munchlax.
He's much maxing.
He's munchmaxing. Apom? Jared would be an Apom?
Gay.
Jared just wants to jerk himself off with a tail.
So bad, bro. So bad.
Dude, Jared just wishes he could jerk himself off with his own tail.
So bad. I can text while my fucking tail jerks me off. Hell yeah.
Jared's Ludicolo because he's a little Mexican.
Hell yeah. Ludacris. I like Ludacris better. Ludacris had some fire songs. Can we be real?
Sure.
That blueberry up, and that love is so good. You know what I mean? Thank God for man.
I would be Girder. This guy's just a blue collar guy.
He's a big boy.
You're just a blue collar
I
guy.
like it, dude.
Hell yeah.
Fucking steel beams, dude.
Buff maxing.
I'd be electric because I get zapped a lot. I think I know how to play with electricity, chat, but realistically, it hurts a lot. You know what it's like to be a ground?
Yeah, but you've been drinking, so you'd be electrobuzzed.
Bong! My man's on it.
Got him.
I was so worried I want to punch you in the face there.
Yeah, that always been fun.
No, it wouldn't have. I'd have felt bad. I went home, cried.
Imagine if you punched me in the face and then you cried. That's fucking funny.
I probably would have jacked off while crying.
Tears of Blue. That's my Yu-Gi-Oh card of choice.
Actually, it's a
I activate Tears of Blue.
Actually, jacking off while crying is a Van Margera song.
I didn't know he made fucking music.
Don't say blank maxing again. You sound so old.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It started don't worry, it won't last long.
Dude, just put us on in the background while you cook food, man. You're good.
Yeah, and what are you cooking even?
If it's hamburger helper, I'm gonna be so disappointed. It better be some 5-star shit, cuz you're in our chat, it gotta be 5-star.
Like fucking wine-made chicken marsala.
Yeah, you better make some chicken marsala.
Maybe some truffleness.
Oh, dude, the white truffles over top. Cut. Hey, yo, he be hitting the.
Maybe an exotic chicken parmesan with a truffle spread.
I know your girl happy as shit. She out there like, oh, give me the truffles, babe.
I'm having chicken teriyaki udon.
Nobody gives a fuck about you, Jer. Let's be real here, bro. Nobody asked you. We were asking fucking Clay, man. You're out here doing dumb shit.
Asian cuisine is fucking weird.
Why do you hate Asian cuisine? Like,
Well,
how
where do you
about
want me
that?
to start?
We actually talked about this one time, and I was like, it's so weird you don't like the sweet and spicy, like, fucking flavor profile. Well, do you like barbecue sauce?
I don't hate it, but I don't choose it.
Do you like teriyaki?
Nope.
But that's more like salty than anything.
Hawaiian tacos? What the hell's on a Hawaiian taco?
I bet you some pork. Some
What's her
pineapple.
name?
Hey, yo. Polynesian fucking fuck sauce? Hell yeah, dude.
Is her name Nani?
Thick as hell.
Is her name Nani? Because I could use some Nani bread.
Hey, yo, he's cooking, cuz.
Hawaiian taco.
He/she's cooking.
It's probably got like, it's gotta have some sort of like fruit or herb.
Gotta
on it.
have pineapple, bro.
That's what I'm thinking, but like, what
Gotta
is
have
it?
pineapple.
Ham and pineapple?
It's probably
on a
pork and
tortilla?
pineapple, bro. Like, not
Pork and
you're
pineapple.
saying fucking ham. Ham's crazy. It's gotta be pork and pineapple.
Well, I was thinking of thighs.
Spam, maybe. Spam is fire. Loki, do you like spam?
If I had to choose, I'd take Vienna sausages over Spam.
You're crazy for that.
You're crazy.
I hate Vienna sausages, dude. I ate so many of them as a kid. I hate them. It's like ramen noodles to me, man. I thought it
We have difference of opinions because I also grew up on Vienna sausages and ramen noodles, and I like them both.
It's not a comfort food to me, man. It honestly makes me. Whenever I eat that shit, it makes me feel bad.
Well, to be fair, I haven't eaten them at either of those since before COVID, so.
Still, it makes me feel bad though. It's pork
Pineapple.
pineapple. Oh. Nut, can you come cook for me, please?
Don't get me wrong, dog. I'm sure, like, you're like setting the table or something, but we all know your mom's making that for you.
Tell kids what's up, though.
This guy's like 19 or something. Remember, he came out during Black and White, remember? Get rid of that
Oh.
before it freaks me out.
Brother,
Just make it go away.
it went away.
Poof. What is that? No, I'm just-
Oh my god, we're dropping thousands of frames.
we are, aren't we?
Yeah, we actually are. Is it lagging for you?
You go up snarch and shit. Oh yeah, it froze hard. Yep, it's freezing hard. It's a prank, it's a prank. Bro, we weren't even talking about them.
What?
You know, the lag inducers.
Benjamin Netanyahu!
No.
Strike this man! He's a fucking enemy of Israel.
If I was in charge of the company, Yahoo Milk, there's no way in
Dude,
Israel.
you gotta capitalize on this.
Yeah, there's no way you don't have net
You gotta capitalize
on
on
the
this.
Yahoo in Israel.
Hey, we can run as late as you want to, by the way.
Okay.
But if not, I'm cool with whatever.
Is it all pastor, tacos, pork, and pineapple? Because that shit's fire.
Hell yeah, make that shit, bro. Hey, man, definitely hook us up. Split delivery, you know?
Yeah, but like your mom's making it.
Whisper us your address.
You're
and we'll
eating.
whisper ours
Like,
back.
we all know your mom, who's probably bad as hell. All due respect.
All due respect.
I mean, dude, I can't see an ugly woman making whatever the fuck. Al pastor, taco, pork, and pineapple. No fucking fat bitch is making al pastor, pineapple, and pineapple. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
your mom's bad as hell.
Batty.
Or
Shout
you're
out,
a
Mom.
you're a young king and you're living with your fiance or girlfriend, in which case I have no comment. But congratulations. You know what I mean?
Grazie.
But if it's your mom, I'll take a few more liberties.
Oppa!
Exactly, huzzah on the hoochie.
I'm rocking with Oppa.
Okay. And your roommate, what's they name?
Say name.
I'm woke, dog. What's they name? No, I'm just kidding.
He doesn't
Don't
put the
tell me
hard
that-
or after anything after George Floyd, dog.
Don't tell me their name. I don't want to know. Yeah, but you know, there's pre 9/11 and post 9/11. There's pre George Floyd, post George Floyd.
Hard R's aren't acceptable anymore.
No, they're not. There's 25 letters in the alphabet.
Juice is instead of juicer.
I don't know what you just said. My brain just kind of shut off for a second. What'd you say?
Said my brain shut off, chat.
I don't acknowledge. You know how people claim that they're not racist and they go, I don't see color. Well, that's retarded. It's what eyes do. You know what I mean? Just because you're a good person doesn't mean you're colorblind.
Can I go to sleep now, chat?
We can end the show.
No, I'm joking.
But anyway,
Pineapple taco.
all right. If you had to create a brand new, you created a restaurant, and you have to create your own version of a taco, one that's not already popular. It's not a Taco Bell menu. It's not like a Hawaiian thing already made. Something that's like out of this ballpark. What are you putting?
It depends on what kind of restaurant I'm running. If it's a barbecue joint, I'm gonna do like pulled pork / brisket tacos where it has like fried onions and fucking cheese on it.
Okay. But you have to have some sort of special
it's-
drizzle.
Yeah.
What's your drizzle?
Homemade barbecue sauce. It's a different fucking flavor than everything else does. That's,
Okay. Chat, tune in. If you could make your own version of a taco, what would it be?
if I was running like a fish joint, I want to go fried or grilled. Man, that's the tough part there. What do you think? Fried or grilled on fish for the taco?
Me personally,
I haven't had many fish tacos on the grill.
this might sound controversial, but
Yeah.
if it's fried, to me that's a wrap.
It's in like uniform. That's taco.
The shape is not what makes a taco to me.
So you think fried should always be in a wrap?
Yeah, to me, taco it uses the U shape because the main base, whether it's shredded chicken or ground beef or chopped up steak, it's loose and it'll fall. You feel what I'm saying?
And grilled fish will kind of fall apart on bite, even if it's filleted. So I get you.
So to me, if it's fried, it's basically just a wrap that you didn't complete the process of wrapping. Let me try this.
That's sour fucking fat.
I'm going to go with a mushroom taco, use portobello, black truffle, and zangy Asian sauce like Szechuan. Buffalo
Jared,
chicken
shut up
taco.
and fucking die, dude. Doing too much, dog. Face me with that blue. Face me with your red eyes deck, dog. Get fucked again. I got my blue eyes deck on point. Thanks, Neil.
Instead of shiitake, shit taco.
Nah, you're tripping on the fucking rap thing. But whatever.
I just said for me, it's not law. I'm not in charge of the taco fucking committee.
You're tripping. Whatever.
I mean, iCarly made spaghetti tacos. That shit makes no sense.
They are fire though. I would probably
Never had one.
I've had one.
I mean, to me, it's just like putting. It makes sense. It's just like putting spaghetti on garlic bread.
So gas. Oh, refrying spaghetti with butter is the best part. Oh my god. Nut. Thanks, chat, for reminding me. You're a filler, dude. You're only here because we can't get real friends. Jared, fuck you.
I would make a gumbo taco. It'd be
Like if you blew past my comment about charity. Like,
I just like it's up to him to deal with you, man. I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
fuck that guy. It's like, no, I love you, Jerry. You're my man.
Well, you know,
It's my job to send you mixed signals. Die.
hell yeah.
You're beautiful.
Jared, did you know that? Never mind. I don't want to say that on stream. Gumbo taco. I would take the ingredients that.
What time? I don't want to say it on stream cuts. We're on stream cuts.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't work. Remember?
Chat!
Is the Yeti finally breaking? Bro, we might as well just end this shit.
And ourselves.
Might as well, dog.
Smith and Wesson taste testing inbound.
I ain't tasting shit but the sweet, sensual feeling of relief.
I'm just kind of tuning him out. Yes, Daddy.
Gumbo taco.
I think he called you Daddy.
I will acknowledge it. I don't acknowledge it from you. I definitely won't acknowledge it from him.
So I rank higher than Jared?
In the daddy category, everybody's below the bar of acceptability, but like
Mine's
even
the most acceptable.
not most acceptable. Fucking crazy. Every female in the world is above you on the scale.
Out of males, though.
No, you're probably still pretty far down there.
Who else would be above me?
Well, let's see. Anybody that made an NFL roster in the last 5 years, because what am I going to do, say no? You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then
Okay, so no.
Brock Lesnar.
I'm talking about out of realistic shit.
Oh, are you talking willingness?
Yeah.
You're all on the same level of willingness.
Oh.
You just have a better chance of taking it.
What do you mean?
Like if you were so to choose to try to rape me, you'd have a better chance than Jared. He has to travel halfway up the fucking United States, and he has to fucking like he has nothing, bro. He's gotta fucking get me out like a light. You know what I mean?
Josh is like, I'm blackout drunk 3 times a week around you.
Yeah. Everything's
wrap,
fine.
bro.
Everything's fine. We're talking mathematics here, cuz. We're talking miles per.
Okay, I made you look bad. Better not feel bad. Josh is not blackout drunk 3 times a week around me. It's more like 5.
That's not true at all. I barely drink. I'm barely on the sauce, chat. And I'm not around him that many times a week. He's got a possessive. You
The
know what I mean?
odds of Jared
Eastern
raping
heavy.
you are low, but never 0.
Exactly.
We love it, chat. We love it here. You still fucked up, guy?
I mean, it's not going to go away.
Sorry.
You know? Neil might even have a better chance than you because I'd be so less expecting it. I got my guard up around you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my guard's up.
He's like,
I would never
safe,
expect it
ass
from
never
Neil. He could catch me with the flim flam.
Who was for the king tonight, man?
It's not up to me, bro. The 2 Tuesdays in a row, you've been like, let's play games tonight. And then you don't get on because you got an Eastern Hemi situation at home.
Well,
Eastern Hemi!
last week was a little weird. Yeah, nah, I get you.
I'm sneaky like that? Exactly, dude. It's a mustache. That's what it is.
Jared, you had your chance in Florida, bro. We let this man to bed. You had your chance. So did I. I just didn't take it because I'm a real friend.
Bro, there's nothing that's going to sober me up quicker than some inappropriate touching.
I had some chick stand by the bed and like talking to you while I did it.
Nah, bro, I'm not retarded.
You say I'm not retarded?
You get some. Yeah. First things first, I have to figure out how I'm going to get some food.
Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Hell yeah. Neil, I'll trash you in Yu-Gi-Oh! What's good, dog? Fuck all your decks. Thank you for giving me the heads up on the fucking Blue Eyes deck, but yeah, fuck you, I'll trash you.
I'm trying. I summon Jeff the Land Shark, and he eats all of your cards. That's all. Who's doing that? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Challenges are being laid down.
I'm down. I'm down for all that.
All right. Well, I think we should just. We've hit a lull. I don't really have anything to get into.
Raid and call it a day.
Yeah.
No, I'm down with that, bro.
Go with the motion of the ocean. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? We can sit here and get a little more litty off stream, order some food, do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
I can tell you're struggling.
Huh?
I said I can tell you're struggling for once. Bullet in my head, Jared said. All one word. For the raid. Bullet in my head. Searching. Hit search. Man, you better hit that goddamn search, bro. Jared suggested it. Sandra. Oh, now we all of a sudden jump to madness, but
What? Fucking. Yeah, I mean.
Jared doesn't know how to fucking spell, dog. He's Richard. D bullet.
Fucking. God damn it.
It's supposed to be D bullet in my head. You what he put it?
God.
Oh yeah?
I'm cooking. What are you cooking? Bullshit.
You're cooking the fucking excuses, all I see, bitch. He don't want to get beat down, dog. That's the problem. He doesn't want to get beat down in Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. That's why he's not going to jump in during Yu-Gi-Oh time. He's a bitch. Jared's like, they figured out my fucking recognized deck. Now they can fucking beat me. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh no more. Same reason with Fortnite, dog. You don't like Fortnite whenever you get his ass whooped. Jared's off the cell, past.
Don't bring up Fortnite, man. He already doesn't play enough. I don't need this out of you. Alright, GG's chat. We'll be back. I'm gonna figure out a game stream soon, because I can't take not streaming but once a week. It's actually pissing me off. I'm gonna dedicate Saturday this week to figuring it the fuck out. So on Saturday, I'm gonna go live probably 30 fucking times to try to figure out this audio shit. So, you know, just be ready for that.
Do you, booze?
Peace.
Chat. Scat. Pack. Fuck niggas.